Okay, just going to give you a quick run through of my application. So yeah, let's spit it up here. Connected device, my emulator. Okay, so there's a loading screen. So yeah, so this is the application, and this is the home screen that you're greeted with as soon as you open the application. So yeah, what's going on here? We've got a image slider at the top, and this actually goes off and grabs 5 random games from the database. So you're never seeing the same thing over and over again. So like if I was to scroll down through this list and come back to the top, it's going to be the same, but if I was to go to a different activity and return back, it would be 5 different games, you know, and they're also clickable. So if I was to click on one of these, it will bring me to the activity, the achievement activity, sorry. So yeah, there's a list of achievement or games here. You can scroll down through, or we can decide to use the search bar and search for a game. So Bastion, and that'll return every game with the word Bastion in either the title or the description. So you can also see that we've got an achievement count here. There's 24 achievements in this game and 33 in this. So yeah, that's pretty much how I would search for a game in my application at the moment. But let's click on this and go to the next activity. So here we go. Here's the achievement activity. Now you get a list of different achievements you can interact with. You can either click on the icons. So this is kind of the signal that you've already obtained the achievement, and you don't need to try and get any guides in order to unlock them because you already have them. You can interact with it and hide hidden achievements. There doesn't seem to be any hidden achievements for this game, so let's go into this one. So yeah, you can see that this game's hidden, though the achievement description is hidden. You can hide these achievements because sometimes there's spoilers in the titles, you know, and you don't want to see it. Like if you're like gamer and you don't want something to be spoiled, you don't want to see it. And then you press it again to unhide. You can save the game, add it to your list. You can actually unlock all of the achievements, or you can reset them back to default. Okay, so you can press this home icon to return home, or you can use the menu system up here that I've implemented. But let's go into the next achievement or next guide activity. So yeah, you can see in the guide activity there is all of these different user inputted guides. So users can create an account and sign in and post their own guides for how they got the achievement. Now, I can't actually interact with it yet because I'm not signed in, but if I was signed in, I could either create my own guides or upload in these different guides. Or if these guides are no addition at all, we could just use this button here, which will send a query off to Google and return the top searches for the queries. So there's a video there that will get us the achievement, and press it again to hide that information. So yeah, just return back to home. You'll see there's 5 new games, 5 more random games. And we can go check our My Games section. So yeah, you've seen earlier that I saved the game, and this is Half-Life 2. So it's pretty much the same as the achievement activity, but there is one major difference. It's actually saved on the device, so if a user was to be offline, they could still use this content. You can remove this data as well. You can delete it, which pops up this next message, and that is pretty much it for the save game section. Okay, so let's create a new user. Okay, so let's call it James at gmail.com. Password and password again. So there is validation here, so if I was to go wrong, like if it wasn't a valid email address or if the passwords didn't match, an error message would display. So now I can pick my own avatar. Let's go for this one and complete the registration process. So this is just us signing in now. gmail.com, no. And let's click this. So this here, remember me, will remember the user credentials that was signed in last, and we can log in and get back to the home screen. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, if we were to go to a different game like this one, and there is no achievements, there is achievements for this one, but let's go for one that has no, yeah, so there's no achievements here at the moment, so we could enter our own. This is a test guide. Submit the guide and it updates. So there's James. He's got 5 reputation because he posted his own guide, And now if I was to continuously post different guides, I would increase my vote, but then people can downvote me and I would lose reputation because my guides aren't really useful. You also can't vote for yourself, which is another thing. Now if we go back up here, back into Half-Life 2 and vote for somebody else's, say Mickey Man, you can see that Mickey Man's reputation level has went up, and so did the vote count. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's just go to settings and show you what we can do in the settings. Yeah, so there's different settings, night mode and day mode. So we're in night mode at the moment, but if we were to turn that off, the color palette would change completely. So you can see that it's changed quite a lot from what it was before. And there's other settings like accessibility options. So if the text was too small and hard to see, you could change them, and many other settings in here. And then along with that, you can change your password. So we're signed in as James. Let's change the password to password. Oh no, we can't change the password yet. We need to sign in first. Okay, now we can change it. Let's change it to password 1. Password 1, submit. So his password has been updated. And we can also delete James from this account too. So James, password 1, and j@gmail.com. Account has been deleted. And finally, in the settings account, or settings activity, we can also see some information about the application. So yeah, so now if we were to return back to the login screen, now you see the information has been saved from earlier, but we should not be fit to log in. Yeah, so invalid details, James has actually been deleted from the database, and that concludes my run through of my app. Thanks for the time. Thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed.